Hello everyone and welcome to today's first ever episode of Nula Knows Nothing. I'm your host Nula and I do know nothing. So as I said before, I did write a few notes down in my notes app. Here they all are. I wrote so much, and so this is what I'm kind of just talking about. So shall we begin with what I had written down at 10:57 at night last night after watching The Last of Us. I have so much. Yeah, here we go. So I first want to talk about the actual setting of the whole area that it's all based around. The snow is so white. It's incredible. It's amazing. I actually don't know where they film. I might actually look that up now. British Columbia. That's where it's filmed. Oh yeah, look at this, look. Oh, there they are. Oh, beautiful. Amazing. So yeah, that's that. It's honestly gorgeous though. Like, I haven't been to British Columbia or any like proper snowy place, so it's quite interesting to see how well they do in the snow, and I just like the overall vibe of it, you know, like the whole aesthetic like of the boots, and then when they step onto glass or step onto a bottle that might have been broken. It's so nerve-wracking if the clickers are gonna hear, but like it's just magical, you know, it's just magical. So for this next point I wrote quite a lot, so I'm going to read it out to you guys, and then I'm going to maybe try and simplify it if it's a bit just crazy. So the spark of light thrown into the hay and fungi may create a new life. As we saw little branches of fungi for the clickers. That tunnel / sewer pipe could lead to the outside beyond the walls, meaning clickers could come inside and there would be a massive invasion. Potentially the new clickers who were silent could come in from the new sewers. This is because they wouldn't just show one of them and leave it at that, and also if the original clickers were in there, their clicking sounds would possibly echo, and maybe they might even make themselves deaf or make themselves die. And the next thing I put are the new clickers are advancing. Obviously, that's what makes them the new. The new clickers could go through the tunnel and obviously not be seen, giving them major advancement and easier way to get to humans, e.g. their main food source. This is a massive issue for Ellie and Joel and where they are. Some of the terminology I'm gonna say in this is just, it might not be on point. Like even the clickers, I don't even know if they're called the clickers because it's been so long since I've watched it. Oh my god, I ship Ellie and Dina so hard. You could tell their kiss meant everything. Literally everything. Dina and Ellie, oh my god, I love them two so much. Their whole like friendship, relationship type of thing, situationship, oh my god, I love it so much. And the kiss at the end as well, oh, it was just so cute. It was just meant to be, you know, you could feel the tension building up from the past few scenes, and bruh, if they were drunk, who cares? If they weren't, which they obviously were, but yeah, I just love them two so much. I had already seen interviews with the cast on YouTube before watching the show, and so I knew Isabella Merced would be playing a character in the show, and this is true as well. Obviously I'm not lying, why am I saying everything's true, god. But yeah, I did know that Isabella Merced was going to be in the show, and so the first few minutes I was really excited to see her, and yeah, I was just so happy to see her with Joel. Like, I feel like Dina kind of brings out the young Ellie in a different character, and I feel like that's so nice because she's so playful and so interactive with Joel. Like, now we know that Ellie is such a stroppy teenager, almost an adult. Like, is she going to realize that Joel is actually trying to do so well for her? Who knows? Back to Ellie and Dina's relationship. When they went into the abandoned building, it was so nice just to see them being like playful with death, which sounds a bit insane and crazy, but I'm not gonna take that back because they were literally like, so, you know. And then I put, it was very funny to the different facial expressions that they were pointing out. I'll just put a few clips in just to get more of an idea about, you know, what was actually going on in the scene. I think I'll do that for the whole video as well.
This makes them such a great duo. They really balance each other out.
At the beginning of the show, I didn't think it was going to be that great because obviously there was a new cast. It looked like anyways a new cast. And so I was kind of sad because I didn't know whether it was gonna reach its high expectations as it did last time, but at the end it was amazing. So yeah, I definitely take back what I was thinking at the beginning, because I feel like if you try and just watch something for the first time, you aren't always gonna like it, but you just have to wait it out and see what happens, you know? Like, you could fall in love with it, you could fall in love with these characters, and I know I definitely have. Also, the people who we saw at the beginning of the show, well, like the new kind of group of people who were near like the crosses and stuff.
We thought it was important to share right up front that there were real people that were impacted by Joel's decisions and his actions.
I feel like they were way too clean because they're in a pandemic, and I know it's been like 5 years since the pandemic has, you know, continued. I feel like they're just still too clean.
He'll help me find him.
Yes. I'll help you find him.
It's like in The Walking Dead. People look way too clean to be in a pandemic, to be killing people, to be killing clickers, to be killing walkers. They're just too clean. Like, they shouldn't have much source of food, much source of water, clean water. And in this, it kind of feels like they do, which is kind of confusing, but if they do have a base camp, they probably have used water. So, I mean, that's kind of good, but I don't know, it still feels a bit iffy and a bit weird. And just not like, it just feels off, you know? Like, I don't know, it's just not the best. But oh my god, the line when this lady said, slowly. When we kill him slowly.
Slowly.
What?
When we kill him, we kill him slowly.
That was insane. Insane. And like the way that she said it, like after she said slowly, it was kind of like she's really been thinking about this, and she took a pause and then she went, when we kill him slowly. And that was the end of that sentence. And it was probably one of the best sentences in the whole show so far, so there we go. How slowly she was saying it though as well was kind of just influencing the idea of the slowness and the speed at which she was going to kill Joel. It just makes it even more better. Like, you know that she's been thinking about this for such a long time and she wants to kill Joel and Ellie so bad, and I feel very sad about Dina and Ellie's relationship, which is slightly worrying that I'm not concerned about Joel and Ellie. But at this point in time, Joel, he doesn't have to care for Ellie, and I know they've met up with, they met each other at the beginning, right? But he didn't have to care for her, but because he'd never had any children, or did he? Maybe he had a kid but then it died. I'm not sure. Like, Ellie and Dina, they're just so right, I feel like, together. Like, they're both like really, I don't know, just feisty, and like those like feistiness, when they come together, it's a lot more soft and a lot more just chill, and I actually really like that because they kind of balance each other out. But then with Joel and Ellie, Joel is only trying to be like a good dad, okay? Like, I feel really bad for him. And also with the like homophobia that came Ellie and Dina's way, I felt so bad because she was like, I could have dealt with it myself.
Sparks were flying, sort of felt iconic and in a way magical.
And then for that moment to be broken by Seth.
It's a family event.
In his own way is watching out for this community and feels like this is inappropriate for what's happening. And then for that moment to be broken with violence by Joel. And then to really see how much at odds these characters are.
I don't need your fucking help.
They're not at all where we left them in season 1. And Ellie not only yells at Joel for stepping in because she just wants to be her own person, she does not want to be protected by him anymore. She inadvertently humiliates him in front of the whole town.
Like, bro, just accept that he helped you, you know? Like, it's sometimes annoying how Ellie interacts with Joel, especially being a 19-year-old. Like, I don't know, it's just annoying. Like, accept the fact that he's always going to be there, and accept that he's always going to want to help you. And if they don't accept that, Joel is going to stop and Ellie's going to end up dead. So possibly. So, you know. Another thing to point out about Ellie and Joel's relationship is their relationship too damaged to be fixed? I thought that the guitar had a firefly sign on it, and I was going to say that could have been Riley's, because I swear she was a part of the Fireflies, and Ellie joined them for a brief second and then dashed. Also, with the other people who we saw at the beginning of the show, of the episode, was they obviously are gonna go to where Ellie and Joel are, because they said we're gonna kill them slowly. And so, with doing so, they have found where a massive group of people live. Most likely Joel and Ellie are going to be there, because there's not many of these places in town or in the whole county or country or whatever, or state. And so we did see a bit of the, like, how far away the group of people who are trying to hunt down Joel are, how close they are. And they are quite far away, but I reckon they could like go in there and like beat them for in a few episodes time, I reckon. I also feel like Ellie is just gonna be like screaming at Joel, and they're gonna be in the wild, and then these hunters are gonna come get them, and that's gonna be the end of them. But I reckon they could fight them, and then they're gonna have to hide, and then they might get caught again, or like Joel could be like stolen by them, and then Ellie's gonna be like, oh damn, I actually do care about him, let's try get him back. And that's where their relationship is going to succeed again. Anyways, that's what I think personally. I think how they could also get in is by that tunnel that we saw earlier on, or no, actually later on in the show, where there was fungi growing. I reckon that could be a place where they could, you know, try and get through. I mean, that tunnel is quite small though, so they're gonna have to be tiny. And they're not very tiny, they're quite strong built. The fact that Joel is going to therapy now is actually really, really nice just to see. And to see him kind of go through like the dad stage of like having a daughter and, you know, just living life as trying to help her with her life. And also the fact that the therapist was unstable as well is just so funny to me.
Well, I tried what you said. I backed off. I stopped putting pressure on her. Don't even make her sit down with me for dinner anymore. And what do I get for it? Nothing. She comes home, shuts herself in the damn garage, which I should never have allowed her to move into. And that's it. Not so much as a hello. I see her around town, gives me a nod like I'm a stranger or some asshole.
Tell you what. Let's try something different. A 19-year-old daughter, she's acting toward me like every 19-year-old daughter has ever acted toward their dad, ever.
Aren't you supposed to be validating me or something?
Oh, yeah. But I'm not going to do it anymore. Because you're lying to me, and it's exhausting. Yes, you are, Joel. Yes, you are. I've done this long enough to know when somebody is leaving something out, and you are definitely leaving something out.
I'll just come back another day.
Should I say it out loud? Yeah, I should. You can't heal something unless you're brave enough to say it out loud. You shot and killed my husband. You killed Eugene. I hate you for it. I hate you for it. And yes, I know you had no choice. I know I should forgive you. Well, I've tried, and I can't. Because of how you did it. And looking at your face, sitting in our home, makes me so fucking angry. I'm ashamed, but it's in the air, and I can't take it back. And now maybe there's a chance I can make things right with you. Your turn. Say the thing you're afraid to say. I can help you. Say it out loud, no matter what it is, no matter how bad. I promise I will help. Did you do something to her? Did you hurt her? Then what? What did you do?
I saved her.
And it's so real. Like, they're in a post-apocalyptic or just apocalyptic world, and you know, no one's going to be stable in that position of their lives. And I love how they show that with the therapist, who is stereotypically supposed to be, you know, very calm, very like, I understand you, I hear you. Ellie and Dina's relationship, again, is just so superior. Like, it's just iconic. Like, the fact that they kissed and they're kind of together, I guess, now. I don't know, I feel like their relationship's a bit up in the air still, because they were best friends and now they kissed. It's like, where do you go from there? It's kind of in the air, like a situationship. So until they figure things out between each other, I mean, if they go back as friends, it's kind of going to be awkward still, because they did kiss and they shared that moment, and then people were homophobic towards them and they both wanted to beat that guy up, but then Joel did, and then Ellie's like, no, what the hell, dude? I could have dealt with it myself. Like, that was just a very crazy part of the dance night, New Year's Eve thing, because I feel like they're kind of just gonna either put off their relationship and be like, hey, look, we were drunk. It was a drunken in love situation, you know, we were just in the moment, right? And I feel like they're gonna leave it at that, but if they don't, which I'm hoping for so bad, I really do hope that they continue with their relationship as much as they possibly can, because I'm literally rooting for them so bad, so much. Like, honestly, they're just incredible together. Like, the chemistry as well, the chemistry on screen is just divine. So well done Bella Ramsey, and well done Isabella Merced. Well done, guys, you got my approval of being together in a show, so that proves something. I don't know what, but yeah, they just fit the characters so well as well. Also, the guy who Dina was dating at the very beginning, where we saw in the prom, not the prom, but kind of like dance place, we saw the guy who Dina was dating for a little second.
Oh, I hate these things.
Tell me about it. Had to get half drunk just to show up. You guys will be back together in 2 weeks, tops.
Not gonna happen.
Why?
Ellie, hey, what took you so long?
This next one is a little slower.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, don't forget, you got early patrol, so get some rest.
Sir, yes, sir.
Honestly, he's a bit boring, so I'm glad she up-leveled and upgraded to Ellie, because it's just amazing, you know? Ellie's amazing. But the only issue with Ellie that I have in this, well, I have two issues, but I feel like the second issue that I'm going to point out is going to kind of progress through the whole show, so I won't have to worry about it too much. I feel like Ellie was swearing too much in the first half, but then again, you can't really blame Ellie for acting this way, as she doesn't know any better. You know, she's been brought up in this kind of world, been taken in from Joel, and there's nothing that she could have really learnt any more of, because obviously she stopped being educated, but she was probably a rebellious child, that's why she was swearing a lot. But also the circumstances that they're in are quite different, so you can't really blame her for swearing a bit more. It was like, okay, dude, we know you're a bit unstable, we know you like to swear, and we saw that from the previous series as well. She was very funny, she was being a 14-year-old. I actually don't know how old she should have been, but I calculated it because it was 5 years ago, so if Ellie's 19 right now, that means 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, she would have been 14 or 13, depending on if she had a birthday or not. If she had her birthday, not if she had a birthday, because everyone has a birthday. There are so many cars outside my house, they just keep on pulling up. That's that. But then the second thing that I wanted to say was, I really wish like Ellie would actually understand how much Joel actually cares for her, because I don't know, I feel like she's just very like, no, you can't do that, like get away from me, like let me have my space. And although I'm not 19, and although I don't know what that would feel like, my brother's 19, well no he's not, he's almost 18. So he's 17. I feel like, I don't know, maybe 19-year-olds are supposed to be like getting away from family and not wanting to spend time with their dad. That's really sad though. But then again, does that mean that Ellie kind of classes Joel as a dad? Because otherwise, because Joel like takes Ellie under his wing, like under his arm as a kid. And so if Joel thinks that Ellie is his kid, does Ellie think that Joel is her dad? Maybe, otherwise why is she acting like this? But I do understand that they have had a past, you know, finding each other, finding out that Ellie's immune. You know, it kind of makes Joel want to protect her more. But then again, I don't really understand why Joel would be keeping Ellie under his wing to protect her, because she cannot be killed. Like, probably unless someone like stabs her. But from all of the clickers, she cannot be killed. So then is Joel protecting Ellie so that he can take advantage of her, possibly to find out how on earth is she immune, and also how can everyone else be immune and how can this stop? Another thing I wanted to talk about is how strong Ellie is at the beginning when we see her fighting this older guy training. I honestly love the fact that Ellie has continued to do, you know, like fighting and stuff, and just kind of helping herself in the future if she might need to take a clicker down or take a person down. Abby, that could be very useful, and you know, the fighting could be very useful in those situations.
Boom, motherfucker.
Okay means stop.
Sorry, I was in the moment.
Second, you can't boom motherfucker people who land a first hit on you. Square in the face, by the way.
Well, I can obviously take a punch, so who cares?
It really does set the tone of like how Ellie has grown from last season, but also how strong she's become in the past 5 years that we haven't seen from her. In theory, when Ellie and Dina went back from their shenanigans, they came into the room where Joel's friend and Joel's wife were there, and some other people as well, and Joel's friend didn't believe them, but then they said why not, and then the wife said yeah, why not? So then does that mean that she is gonna find more things in common with the Joel rather than Joel's friend? That is the plot twist, and maybe they could fall in love, they could kiss, and they could have their child. But then that would make it really awkward because Joel is friends with her husband. So that would be a really crazy plot twist. One final thought, what if Joel was Abby's father, and then Abby is gonna go kill Joel, but then she's gonna find out Joel was actually her dad? You guys, that'll probably be the biggest plot twist. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any video recommendations or what you want me to talk about, please comment them down below. Hopefully I'll see you all in the next time. Bye guys.